Another type of energy problem you can have in your aura is stagnant energy. Um, the basics of learning anything about energy is that it's always moving, it's always transforming, it's always converting or transmuting to something else. Energy cannot be still, cannot be stagnant. So when you start to get stagnant energy in your aura field, it happens when mainly in your mental body, you get trapped in a mental mind loop, or fixations on past events. So the energy can no longer move, flowingly through your aura. It gets stuck in this loop and stagnant because people that have getting trapped in fear thoughts and anxiety, um, worrying about past events that occurred and no longer can affect you, but every now and then you go there, you just replay those things in your head, or you have a mental state of always wondering what ifs, and you play those around in your head a lot. Those are mental loops. That's that energy just getting stuck in this rotational field in one part of your aura, and it can't circulate throughout your whole aura. So that's how you get that stagnant energy kind of compiled in your aura, and it mainly affects your mental body, your mental state. Another thing that can affect your aura are holes in your aura. These are major energy loss points that can happen in your aura. One way that can happen is parasitic attachments in your aura, having negative entity attachments to your aura, and they can literally rip a hole in your aura. And when that happens, um, one of the physical side effects of that is someone can be, no wonder if it doesn't matter if they get a wonderful 8 hours night of sleep, can go to the gym, take caffeine, whatever, boost up, their energy, but they always feel drained. And it could be because you have holes in your aura that you just have your energy just leaching out. And these parasites and these negative entities can grab hold of that and just keep absorbing that energy out of you. And the last type of typical energy problem that you can have in your aura is energetic debris. Basically, it's just leftover energy that was not cleared out or removed during a spiritual bath, or doing any other type of spiritual cleansing, doing Reiki, doing any type of energy work. When you don't fully close off those type of energy sessions, and you do have a good clearing, sometimes when you don't finish the technique properly, or someone doesn't do a spiritual bath right after they get that type of energy work done, yeah, you can clear out some of those main things that were supposed to be cleared out during those sessions, but then you can just leave spickles of dead energy, basically, dead debris in your aura field that wasn't properly cleared out or removed after those type of energy sessions. All right, moving on. So there are two types of applications of spiritual baths. Main one that everyone knows of is bathtub, basically full immersion. So you lay down fully into a bathtub, full submersion under the water, and you add the spiritual bath items directly into and around the tub. That is a full immersion spiritual bath. The second type that not many people know that they can do, and it's still considered a spiritual bath, is a pour-on. So you can do it standing in your shower. You can combine all the spiritual bath items in a bowl, and then pour those items over yourself, or you can use like a sponge or a loofah, and while in the shower, absorb those contents into the sponge, and then just kind of like wash yourself with the spiritual bath in the bowl, all over your body and things like that. So those are the two applications that you can utilize a spiritual bath with. And then there are 3 cleansing states. And when I say that, I'm basically talking about the temperature of the water. Number 1 is hot water. And the third one is room temperature water. That's mainly, when you're doing the pour-on application. And the third one is cold water. So the first cleansing state is hot water. Obviously, with hot water, you will be able to open, your skin pores. Whatever type of spiritual bath and the items that you put into the bath can not only affect your physical body, but also your energetic body. So this type of cleansing state cleanses all of your bodies. So not just your emotional, mental, and spiritual body, but your physical body, because then the metaphysical properties of that spiritual bath can also get inside of your material self. It affects your internal energy by doing that, and also like your aura. And like I said, the best way to do this one is with full immersion in a bathtub. Cleansing state. Number 2 is warm temperature water. This apparatus is more so for cleansing the aura, and the best way to do this one is with a pour-on application. Like I said, you add the items and your spiritual bath items into a bowl, preferably not a plastic bowl. Chemicals can leach out of a plastic container. So for me specifically, when I do a pour-on bath, I use a brass bowl. You can also use a wooden bowl or a glass bowl, or a metal bowl, but anything other than plastic, definitely with the pour-on type of application. And then the last cleansing state is cold water. Not many people think of taking a spiritual bath with cold water, but there are times when that is needed. With cold water, cleansing state is literally a shock to your entire system. So all 4 of your bodies will be affected by this. That basically shock to your system will help reduce the defenses if you do have parasites or any type of entity attachments, nanotech or other type of attachments to your aura or even to your physical body. That type of cold sensation shock to all of your bodies will help reduce the defenses of those type of entities and type of parasites, so they can be instantly exposed to be able to be removed during an application like this. And to go into why I say it's a shock to your system, so when you basically drought your physical body in very cold water, it puts your physical and your emotional body into shock mode. We'll go back to this picture real quick. So as you can see with her face there, instantly your body's just, and your emotional state is, so with that shock to your physical body and shock to your emotional self, it allows for your mental and your spiritual body to separate from your physical body. And the only way that I could kind of give a visual to this is the movie Doctor Strange, when the doctor went to go visit this temple in New York City, and he's telling the one character that he doesn't believe in the spiritual world, and we don't have spirits, blah blah blah, and he whatever basically shocks his system, where he catches him basically off guard, a sensory shock that literally catches the body off guard. And when that happened, he had his 3-body separation, where, as you can see, there is his physical body, and then his mental body, and then his spiritual body, the 3-body separation. So the cold water really puts the physical and emotional body into a shock mode, and then it allows for the mental and spiritual body to separate from the physical body when you use a cold water application. So like I said, so if you have parasites or negative attachments and you do something like this where you shock the system, they are not ready for it. Their defenses that they normally have, because they're attached to a warm body, is instantly gone. So they kind of rise to the surface, rise out of the aura to the outside layers of the aura. So when you start to do um, the spiritual bath and have those certain contents a part of that cold water that's coming through, it can then immediately affect and remove any, if you have parasites or negative entities or anything like that, even the nanotech, because obviously they're um, programmed to be in a warm body. So when all of a sudden it's cold, it malfunctions and they shut off. So that's why a cold water spiritual bath is probably the best one to do, um, especially when you're feeling out of wits. You feel like you are getting sucked dry of all your energy. Sometimes this is a really good one to do to make sure that if there's something there, something stuck in your aura, you can get it out.